Good morning, Zion. Wake up. Wake up. Come on, Zion. Wake up. We got to get out of that bed. I know it's raining in some areas, but we got to get up. I got somewhere to go. You got somewhere to go. Come on, Zion. Let's get up. Wake up. We got to go to work. Those kids got to go to school. Come on, Zion. We got to get up. Somebody say, get up. Shake somebody and say, get up. Wake up. We got to get up. We got somewhere to go. We're going to call this Marching Monday. What is Marching Monday? I'm marching. Marching means I'm walking quickly. I'm walking with force. I got to walk fast. I got to do this thing quickly. Come on, I got to get up. I got to do this assignment quickly. It's a quick work. Somebody say, get up, get up. I got to get up and take care of some business today. Get up. Jeremiah the 12th chapter says, if you cannot handle walking with the footman, how can you handle running with the horseman? And what was he saying? If you're moaning in the land now, if you're complaining in the land now, you can't handle what you got now. You can't do the assignments that you got now. You're not comfortable with what God is doing now, and you still want more. If you moaning and they have tired you out, if the things you got now is tiring you out, if the things you doing now is wearing you out, if the things you doing now is exhausting you, how can you ask God to give you more? Some of y'all are asking God for promotions, and you murmuring and complaining where you are. Some of y'all are asking God for houses and cars, and you're not taking care of that you got now. Some of y'all saying, God, I need a blessing. And God says, if you cannot walk with the footman without it wearing you out, somebody say, well, God, I need a big house. You ain't taking care of the small house you got. God, I need a better car. Well, I gave you a car. You won't even take care of it. You won't even clean it up. You won't even do. So the Bible says, if you don't run well on foot, how can you run on a horse? So if you can't take care of what you got while you're walking, how can you take care of it when you're running? He told Jeremiah, when Jeremiah began to complain about the land and complain about this and complain about that, he said, while you're moaning in the land, while you're complaining, he says, if this has tired you out, if this has wore you out, if you asking God for a promotion and you're not even doing well just being a lay person, you're not doing well just being a normal person on the job, how can you ask God to give you a promotion? So I'm asking someone today, if the things you're doing now is tiring you out, if the things you're doing now is exhausting you, if the things you're doing now is wearing you out, how can you expect God to bless you greater? How, if you, where you at, you can't handle. What you got, you can't handle. Come on, Zion, wake up. This is Marching Monday. What is that? I'm walking quickly. I'm walking with force. I got to put some power behind it. I got to get where I'm going. If you can't handle being on a job and you can't take care of that business, how can you expect to say, I'm going to be a business owner? You're not even minding somebody else's business well. So how are you going to mind your own business? So I'm asking someone today while we're getting up, if you can't walk with the foot soldiers, how can you run with the horsemen? Come on, Zion. It's some of us asking for elevations even in ministry. We saying, oh God, I want you to call me to be a prophet. Oh God, I want you to call me to be an apostle. That comes with responsibility. If you're not even faithful being a member, you're not even faithful being a minister, you're not even faithful. I've seen some people that in a quick second they were apostles and they didn't even perfect being a pastor, and they didn't even have any members. How you gonna pastor something and you ain't even got nobody behind you? You ain't even got nobody following you, but you're a pastor. Pastor means a shepherd. So I'm saying we're asking for things, we're asking God to do things, and we have not even perfected where we are. If you cannot walk with the footman without complaining, without being burdened down, without being overwhelmed, without being exhausted, without being frustrated, without just wanting to give up, how in the world can you run with the horsemen? So I ask us today, we got to stop murmuring, we got to stop complaining. Even some folks saying, God, I need a house, I need a new house. God said, I gave you that house and you won't even keep it clean. I gave you that house and you won't even maintain it. I gave you that house and the yards are filthy. I gave you that house and can't nobody even come in it. And you're saying, God, I want greater. Somebody saying, God, I want a new car. I gave you that car and you won't maintain it. And then we look over and say, well, God, I want to be promoted on this job. I want you to give me this. You can't be trusted in the position that you're in. You whining, you murmuring, you complaining, you aggravated, you frustrated, you telling everybody off. If you can't run with the horsemen today, the footman today. How in the world can you run with the horseman? If you can't handle where you at, if you can't handle the situations you got, you can't handle what you're doing now, you can't handle where God is blessing you now, how can you expect God to move you further? How can you expect God to do greater in you? How can you expect God to give you more? Some of us say, God, I want you to enlarge my territory. God, I want you calling me to the nation. Baby, listen. Everybody ain't going to the nation. All them folks telling you you're going to the nation. Some of us can't even handle the house. Some of us can't even handle the house, not even the city. If you can't handle the house without being upset and frustrated and disappointed, how in the world are you going to the nation? Come on, Zion. Let's wake up this morning. Wake up and get up out of that bed and say, God, I need to stop murmuring. I need to stop complaining, God. I need to get in position. I got to walk in the spirit of excellence. If you have not perfected the things that God has already given you. I tell my ministry, we have to walk in the spirit of excellence. Small ministry doing great things. That don't mean we got to wait until we get big to do great things. If you can't walk in the spirit of excellence now, how in the world can God bless you later? If God can't bless you when it's small, how can he bless you later? He said, if you're faithful over little things, I'll make you rule over much. But we want to wait till we get there, but we ain't going to get there because God says, if you can't handle where you are, if you can't handle what you're doing now, if you can't handle what I'm giving you now, if you can't handle what's around you now, if you can't handle that, how in the world can you handle the next? So I just come to tell somebody, this is March. March on. Not March the month, but marching. We are marching Zion. Zion, we're getting up marching. Marching say I'm walking quickly. I'm walking with force. I got to put some energy in it. I got to put some energy in that I'm doing. I got to get excited about where I'm going. I got to move quickly about what God is doing. If I'm slack and slothful where I'm at, and I'm saying, God, I want you to send, how's somebody going to come and follow you if you ain't even where you need to be? Some of us saying, God, I'm getting my ministries prepared. I'm getting my situation ready. When you look at yourself and you examine yourself, if I can't handle where I'm at, how's God going to send anybody to me? How's God going to send anybody to that ministry? How God's going to send anybody to that church? Especially if those people are in the spirit of excellence. They're on time and we're never on time. If you ain't never on time, how you expect God to elevate you to the next? If you're never in position or never in place, how can you expect God to bless you next? Come on, Zion. I just want to help somebody this morning. Get up. We're marching. We're marching. I want us to get in position, for God is getting ready to download. God is getting ready to bless. Even in ministry. Sometime in ministry, we've been so at ease at Zion. We're so at ease. We can't be dependent upon. God want to be able to depend on us when nobody's watching, when nobody's looking. God want to see if you just as faithful in the kingdom as you are on your spiritual job. Some of us go to work every day, but we won't come to church like we're supposed to. We won't handle ministry like we're supposed to. God said, if you can't walk with the footmen, if you can't walk, how can you run? If you can't walk, if walking is wearing you down, if walking is burdening you down, if walking is overwhelming you, if walking is overpressing you, how can I give you your next? How can I bless you in your next? How can I bless you where you're going? If I can't trust you where you at, how can I give you more? Come on, Zion, don't get mad at this message now. This is marching on Monday. We're marching in force. We're marching quickly. God says if the boss on your natural job can trust you, and some of our bosses can't even trust us on our natural job, how can I trust you? You saying, God, I want a house. Take care of that you already got. God, I want a husband. Prepare for that husband to come. No husband don't want to come in chaos and confusion and disarray. The house disarrayed, the children disarrayed, you disarrayed, your finances disarrayed. Everything about us is discombobulated. So you telling God, God, in this next season, I want a husband. I want a wife. God, I need you to fix my finances, even with the stimulus checks coming out and all the tax stuff that some of the folks are getting. If you want God to bless you in greater, let him see that he can trust you with that. Don't just go out there and spend up all that money. Put some money up. Put some money aside. Don't spend your last dime. Stay out of them folks' church stores. God said, I'm trying to test you. I'm getting discombobulated. But God said, I'm testing you. I want to give you greater. But if I can't trust you where you at, I can't trust trust you with what I'm giving you now. I can't trust you with what I'm assigning to you now. If I can't trust you on this assignment, how can I trust you on the next? So let's prepare for what God is doing. Let's prepare for where God is carrying us. Come on, Zion. We getting up and we saying we're marching on. We're marching in force. God says, if you're murmuring and you complaining and you're whining and you're exhausted, if you are tired where you are, how can I give you your next? If I can't trust you with your next, if you're saying, God, I'm waiting on you and I'm ready, and your house is in chaos, everything about you is in chaos, the children are in chaos, prepare yourself for God to turn some things around. Prepare yourself for God to do some greater. God says, if I can't trust you where you are, how can I give you greater? If you can't walk with the footmen, how can you run with the soldiers? Even in ministry, you say, God, I'm ready to go to my next. God, I'm ready for you to do my next. God, I'm ready for that elevation. God, I'm ready. But then just ask yourself, are you really ready? God, am I really ready? Can you trust me? Am I walking in the spirit of excellence? Am I walking in the spirit of obedience? Am I walking in the spirit of faithfulness? Am I walking in a place where you can truly trust me? Come on, Zion, y'all get up out that bed. Come on, I know it's raining, but we got somewhere to go. We got something to do. Even our bosses need to be able to trust us today, that we get on the job and we don't just give them 80%. We get on the job and we just don't give them 60%. We get on the job and we just don't give them 90%, because you don't know who's watching you. You don't know who want to bless you. You don't know who got your name in the atmosphere. So when you get on those jobs today, don't just be lax and lazy and slothful. You don't know where your next promotion coming from. Somebody's watching you coming to work on time. Somebody's watching you doing 100%. Somebody's watching you going out of your way. Somebody's watching you with your mannerism. Somebody is watching you. And I just want to tell somebody, don't let that person get your promotion. Don't let that person get what's yours. Don't let that person get your situation. Don't let the enemy get your blessing. If you can walk with the footman without murmuring and complaining, you can walk with the footman and be trusted. You can walk with the footman without being exhausted and saying, I'm tired. I ain't gonna do that. I'm tired. Don't call me. I'm tired. I ain't going over there. I'm tired. I don't did too much now. But if they can trust you at 100%, if you can walk with the footman, then God can trust you with the horseman. So Zion, get on up today. Get on up and say, God, I'm going to let you trust me. God, I'm going to show myself faithful. God, I'm going to discipline myself. That's what we need in March. Discipline. March is the month that we need discipline. Even for those that are getting that money, you need discipline, because you don't need to be in June calling somebody saying, can I borrow? You don't need to be in June calling and the people taking your stuff. You don't need to be in June and calling and everything that you bought, now you can't maintain. God want to be able to trust you with the things that he's giving you. You don't need to be down the road. Don't spend all your money, because you don't never know when something gonna come up. You don't never know when something gonna happen. Come on, Zion, wake up. We got to talk to the church, because that ain't what we're talking about in the body of Christ. We spend all our money and then we want to call somebody, can you help me? Can you give me? God says, if I can't trust you with what I'm giving you now, how can I trust you with the next? If I can't trust you with 100, how can I trust those folks that saying, I'm going to be a millionaire? God, I'm going to be a millionaire. Credit bad, bank account bad, everything around you bad. Come on, Zion, wake up. Wake up, Zion. Let's get up out the bed. But let's wake up out of our slumberness. Let's wake up out of our spirit. God is turning some things around, especially for African Americans. This is the season for African Americans that God is turning around. He's saying, I want to get you to a place that I can trust you. I want to get you to a place where you can go and you can do great things in me. Come on, Zion, wake up. Y'all might not want to hear this message, but this is the message God gave me. If I could trust you on foot, then I can trust you in a car. If I could trust you on foot, then I can trust you in that mansion. If I could trust you on foot, then I could trust you with the finances that I'm about to release to you. If I could trust you on foot, then I can trust you when I enlarge that ministry. If I can trust you on foot, then I can trust you with that business. God said, I want to see if I can trust you with what you're asking me for. Jeremiah the 12th chapter, somebody want to know where I came from. All that moaning and murmuring and complaining in the land, if it's tiring you out now, how can I trust you with your next? God bless you, Zion. Wake up, cut up out that bed, spread the word to someone, spread the videos, get on up. It's going to be better this week. This is going to be the best week. Come on, I decree upon you, something good is going to happen for you. God is going to do great things. It may be raining outside, but it's not raining in your spirit. When you walk out the door this this morning and say, this is the day that the Lord has made, and I will rejoice in it, and I will be glad. Come on, wake up and win with Apostle McRae, and tell God, you can trust me on foot, because I am going to ride with the horsemen. Come on, share my video this morning. Tell somebody that you know, let's get up and do some things. Let's get up and let God trust us. Tell somebody, get up. Let's clean up that car. Come on, let's clean up that house. Let's clean up that closet. Let's get our bank accounts together. Let's get our finances together. Get up and tell someone, you work too hard not to have nothing. You work too hard not to be able to do this. You work too hard. Come on, let's clean up that credit. Come on, let our life line up with what we're asking God for. We're working hard, but it's like a bag with holes in it. We're working hard, but we ain't got nothing to show for our work. Come on, Zion. Let's get up and be able to show for what we work for. Let's be able to get some things that we desire with the money that we're working for. Let's be wise in our spending. Let's be good stewards of the things that God has given unto us. Come on, Zion. Wake up and let's win this morning with Apostle McRae. Wake up. Happy Monday to you. God bless you. Share this video.